My name is Selena. Welcome back to my podcast, Becoming Real. On today's episode, we are featuring artist Erin B. So, Erin, introduce yourself.
First of all, thanks for having me.
Of course.
My name's Erin B. How do I say this? I'm a Toronto dancehall artist.
Yeah, simple.
Yeah.
Who are some artists that have inspired you throughout your entire career?
There's a lot to name, but I'd say some of the greats, like, Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, Drake. I like the artists that are pretty versatile because I'd like to think of myself as a versatile artist.
Okay.
Whereas it comes to range, like R&B, dancehall. So pretty much the artists that could do it all, even like Tory Lanez, for sure. Like those artists,
I like that. I like
when
Michael
it comes
Jackson.
to dancehall, obviously like Vibes Cartel.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
The greats.
There's just so many to name. Like even the new generation artists I look up to, they're my I'd say they're my peers, colleagues now, but Yeah.
Okay, I like that. That was a good answer. You get this question a lot. I feel like you do. So let's talk about the viral song, okay?
Oh,
okay, yeah. Let's talk about that. How did you feel when it went viral?
Honestly, before Daga, I went viral by myself.
Yeah,
before,
exactly.
Multiple times, and this time when it went viral, usually, obviously, you're excited. Okay, you're gaining that traction, but at the same time, I was kind of nervous, to be honest. I was like, can I keep the attention this time? That's what it was for me. But luckily, I had a team with me. Obviously, the rest of the guys. And this time we had a team, and it's crazy. Before it went viral, I was talking to Tunov, and it was actually the same day that we shot that video that went viral. I was like, bro, we just need one more chance. And then when we get this chance, we can't lose it. So that was that chance. So it wasn't just a great feeling, but it was like a feeling of relief more than excited kind of thing. Yeah. Mixed with nervous. Just a lot of emotions. Yeah.
In your creative process, what helps you get your momentum going? What helps you really create all this music you've been putting out from time?
That's a good question. I think what helps me with my creative process is I always consider the audience, what they want to hear. Okay. So that kind of helps. I try to keep it obviously authentic while giving them what they want to hear. You got to give it to the producers because honestly, if the beat's not good, I'm probably nothing's gonna come to mind. So shout out to Jojo, you made that. Shout out to Cloudy. Shout out to Blacks, the man, he made Mamacita. But there's so many producers that they kind of they're the ones that spark creativity first, and then I just take it from there.
How do you protect your sound from being watered down or commercialized? Because I feel like that's what happens to a lot of artists nowadays.
Yeah. Honestly, like I said, I'm pretty versatile. So, I don't want to give away the sauce too much.
Okay.
But it's just not doing everything you expect to hear. Just doing a little bit of it and then still adding me. If I add me, it'll always be different because, I just like being different.
Okay.
Even when I was in Jamaica, I was rapping. Why are you in Jamaica rapping? That's because everybody else is doing dancehall.
Yeah.
I moved here, everybody was rapping. I'm doing dancehall. That's just me. I just like being different.
So you don't limit yourself to the Jamaican culture in a sense.
No. Yeah. I don't limit myself there, and I also don't limit myself to whatever society is doing. If everybody's doing one thing, I might do a different thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Simple and to the point.
Yeah.
How was it making your EP with Love?
That was a fun process.
Yeah.
It kind of just came together organically over the years because honestly, it wasn't supposed to be a collab EP. Honestly, it was, shout out to Tunov, it was Tunof's idea to have his With Love album that was going to drop around his birthday in November. We're all born around the same time in November.
Okay.
But Daga dropped in October. So when Daga dropped, it kind of pushed everything else to the side. Whatever was happening, you got to brush it to the side. We're focusing on this. We're focusing on the team. So With Love got, pushed to the side. But me and Tunov, we met in 2023, and we've been recording songs together. So even before Daga, we've always had these songs. Half of the project probably recorded from like 2023.
This has been in the making. Like,
Yeah, but it wasn't
time.
intentionally in the making. That's the thing. So it's like we've always been recording, and I'm like, bro, I pitched it to him. I'm like, we have all these songs. Valentine's Day is coming up. Your project's called With Love.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
it all lined up perfectly.
It all lined up perfect. I'm like, yo, you down? He's like, yeah, bro. Like, it's tough. Let's do it. So I appreciate him for allowing me to, like, you know.
Okay. Out of all the songs you made solo on your own, which has been like your favorite?
Honestly, I think my favorite song isn't released yet.
Oh.
But like favorite release song, on my own with just me on it. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard.
You gotta
Because like
think.
all my songs are like, they all mean something to me, and they were
Yeah.
all at a different point in my life. The song that did the most for me so far is Instructions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Bam Bam Rhythm. Again, JoJo produced that. Ever since I started working with JoJo, like everything's just been like a smash hit. So
I like
gotta,
that.
Gotta give it.
I like that.
Gotta give it to it.
So on the topic of unreleased,
Yeah.
what are you cooking up next?
Oh my gosh, so much music. Like
Yeah.
just this week alone, like just this month alone. I think we got like 3 singles releasing just this month alone. We got
Okay.
a group album. I'm working on my own EP. I already just dropped With Love. So
You guys
this
hear
year,
that?
like, just flooding with music this year, to be honest. Album dropping next month. We're still working out the like exact date for the group album. It's called Larger Than Life. We just dropped Hopscotch. I have a song with Rennie dropping this Friday.
Damn.
And then I have my own song, like just me, actually with JoJo, dropping the following Friday.
So big things are coming.
So there's
Summertime
a lot of
is literally
yeah.
around the corner, and hot songs are dropping left and right.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. I do my research.
Okay.
I do them.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, what am I going to ask you? I want to ask you deeper questions.
Yeah.
But I don't want to ask you questions that people have already asked you. I want to kind of get more into your creative process and what goes behind the scenes until you dropping all these songs.
Yeah. No, you asked really good questions.
I try.
I felt like they were different, and it allowed me to like go deeper. I didn't know
Yeah.
how far to go. I didn't know how many questions you had.
I know.
That's why I was.
The question again?
You're asking me what your question
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Let me
okay.
interview you.
Okay, interview me.
How'd you get into this? Like, how'd you know
It's
you
on my
wanted to
third day out here, man.
Yeah? The
Yeah,
third day?
Third day.
You're
Second
doing good.
episode.
Doing good.
Okay,
Doing
thank
good.
you. Let's go back to the beginning. How did you get started into writing music?
Honestly, I always had a passion for writing. I was writing like when I was younger. I used to write poems for my grandma
Okay.
and stuff like that, and you know, she used to tell me how great they are. So, what's the word? when it
You're a
comes to-
lyricist?
Not a lyricist, but my mind, like my imagination was like huge. So I
wow,
always
yeah.
like storytelling and
Okay.
you know. So I think I always like writing, and it wasn't until more like high school that I started like adding more of like the, you know, everybody is having fun and just trying to
Okay, yeah.
make a song for fun and stuff like that. And I made a song, and people actually said, "Oh, this is actually good," you know, hyping me up. I'm like, maybe I could do this, but I still didn't take it seriously.
Yeah.
I was like school first, you know.
Okay, Brainiac. You're
Yeah.
smart? Nah.
Well, why are you saying no? Like maybe, you know. But when you tell people, "Oh, you're smart" and whatever, they say, I don't know. I just see like they look at it different. What do you
Okay.
think? Like if I'm like, "Oh, like I'm a genius," and
I feel like you should have confidence in yourself regardless. Yeah, I'd say
like,
I'm
shit,
smart.
I'm a genius then.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, who else is gonna make these moves? for you,
Exactly.
you know?
Let's go back. The poems, you're like roses are red, violets are blue, or what type of poems?
Nothing basic. Nah, stop that. Nah, I honestly, when it comes to writing, I hate when stuff are like cliche. Like it can be like for hooks, maybe sometimes they're repetitive, but like never cliche. I don't like.
No,
I'll
your lyrics
say-
are creative. I gotta give it to you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Verified.
Yeah. Yeah. But then it was like in COVID that I told myself I wanted to take this seriously because I was like, if I have a passion for something and I only got one life, I might as well like,
Oh yeah.
you know, I don't want to look back and say, what if you know, I wanted to give it 100%. I'm like, I realized like anything I put my mind to, I was gonna like do good at it. I'm like, why not put it into what I'm passionate about? So that's what got me to like take music seriously.
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the UK. Let's actually get into that.
I wasn't there.
I know you weren't there, but what happened?
All right. So
what are the plans for the rest of the year? Actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to the UK. I'm gonna be there in like August. I know we have some shows out there. But the reason I missed it the first 2 times, and I know my supporters are mad at me. I gotta explain. So yeah, like everybody knows I moved over. Not everybody knows, but like most people are starting to know.
Yes.
That like I'm Jamaican, right? You know, I'm fully Jamaican, and I moved over here not too long ago, a couple years back. So I was in the process of like trying to make sure that I stay in Canada, getting my permanent residence. I don't know if you know that.
Yes.
You know
of course I know.
Okay. So you are you born here?
Yeah, I was born here, but I'm educated now.
Well, you're educated.
Yes.
Okay. A lot of my friends that are born here don't understand that, like, yo, you actually have to like stay in Canada, probably work a little bit, and you know, you got to build your resume in Canada before like Canada tells you could stay.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what I was doing. I was building my resume, and I applied for my permanent residence. The first time they went there, I never had my confirmation yet, so I couldn't leave the country. You had to stay in the country while you were applying.
They had you locked down.
Exactly. When they got back, like literally the day after is when they gave me confirmation. They're like, okay, you're permanent resident now. And I'm like, okay, great. So then I'm like, okay, I could leave now for the second trip. But then what happened is the second trip came and I didn't get my PR card. So I didn't have the document to actually get back into the country. So I could go to the UK, but
you can't come back.
So I was like, we had more shows here.
Yeah.
A bunch, the album to finish up. And when I was talking to like immigration, they're telling me like, oh, like, yeah, you could go and you could probably apply for a document that would allow you to come back, but it may take like weeks.
Yeah,
and
they
I'm
take
like,
long.
Weeks? I'm like, I don't have weeks. Their advice was wait a little bit more until your card comes, then you're free to like travel. So good news is I got the card now.
Now you're taking flights left and right.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to Jamaica this Friday, actually.
Okay.
So,
damn.
Yeah.
You quick with it. Good thing I caught you now.
Yeah, like you see, I thought catch me now, then
yeah.
we probably have to just, you know.
Wait a long ass time. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on to this episode of my podcast. I had a blast and you answered these questions perfectly.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Selena.
Of course.
It was fun. The questions were great, and we're going to have to do it again.
Of course. We're going to run it back next time.
Yeah. And I'm Erin B. You can follow me on all social media platforms at ERINB. Spotify, Apple Music, all the same. Yeah, hit me up.
Stay tuned to the next episode. Thank you.